new animation. All right. Well, I just finished watching the town hall. Let me try and change my audio settings back now that I'm sort of know what I'm doing. Audio disabled, apply. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, school board. Yay. All right. Hey, welcome to the stream, you guys. It is I, the Psy, another Thursday night, and here we are after the town hall. I actually missed a lot of it, and I just finished catching up, watching it all in 2x. Which is a great thing about YouTube. Once it's actually been completed, you can go back, you can turn up speed to 2x, catch up on everything that you missed. So here I am. Welcome to the stream, you guys. Obviously, it's end of season rewards time, and I always wait for you guys before I open my EOS chests. Same with the machines and stuff like that. So we'll be opening those guys up as well. And hey, look, I've got these to open too. We'll open those as well as we move along. You can see that since the new season started, I'm 8-11, working my way up in the modern leaderboard as well, and yeah, things are going pretty good. Things are going good, so I'm pretty happy about this. Let's just see. I got people bothering me here on my this thing, which I'll change over to the silence. There we go. All right. So I'm ready. So it was a fairly uneventful week for me here. I didn't even have that many people that I matched up with that were like name brands kind of deal, except for one match that we're going to do with Azurcon. So we're going to keep it kind of quick. I think it's going to be a quick stream this week, which sometimes that's a good thing, especially if you're burned out after watching the whole town hall. But I know you guys are greedy for Splinterlands content just like I am. So let's get right to it. One of the definite things that I want to talk about today is I want to talk about 2 new play modes that I've been thinking about for a while. I even passed these off to Matt. Who knows if he'll action them or not, or even reply. But at the same time, I thought they were pretty cool, and I thought they were kind of steps in the right direction of like one of them's pretty low-hanging fruit that we might be able to use in order to kind of get new play modes into the game and might solve a few of the problems that we're having with like ECR, or I guess it's not ECR anymore, what's called now Energy. And stuff like that. Where is Energy? It is called Energy, right? Yeah, Energy. I think it's a really cool mode. We'll talk about that today. We'll talk about the other idea. And I actually wanted to let you guys know a little bit about some of the anime that I've been watching, which has just been just fantastic. And I'm pretty pumped for some of the new stuff that's out. I'm an old school kind of guy. You can tell by my gray hair. But at the same time, dude, they've just been killing it right now with anime. So I just wanted to give you guys my top 3 that I've been watching lately as well. But yeah, so let's get things started. I'm just going to collect some chests. We'll move on. And as you guys know, since my computer's like a potato, sometimes you hear me saying, hey, it's I the Psy, welcome back to the stream, and hey, thanks for watching, tune in again soon. But it's only because I have to like record on the fly, because my computer is not good enough for me to take the stream, download this stream, and then actually edit it within like my computer. So I have to kind of save individual clips as we go along. So here we go. We'll go and we'll start by opening these chests. We'll get that out of the way. And then, of course, we're going to open some packs. We'll do an AI Splinterlands story. We'll do all of our standard things here this week. And, yeah, we'll talk maybe a little bit about the new league changes and everything. And, yeah, there's some positive other news that we heard. Like there's a card burn event that's supposed to be coming up Q1. Which is amazing. So considering it's February, Q1 means February or March, basically, right? January, February, March, that's Q1. And Matt was just saying on the town hall that just ended that Q1, there's going to be a card burn event. So we get lots of cool stuff coming out, but not like lots for me to talk about aside from, hey, I just let you know there's going to be a card burn event Q1 according to Matt. There you go. That's the whole story, you know? So let's get things started here. Hey, you guys, welcome to the stream. It's I, the Psy, and we are going to open up all of our reward chests for the season. We've got a few accounts to open up, and to start off with, I've got these 12 chests that were just kind of kicking from the season. So let's unlock my account because I just got it opened up here, and let's see what we can do. And I'm going to go through it with the account values as well as kind of like the rewards that we received to see what kind of rewards we can expect based on the value of the account. There was also some positive news from Matt about Soulbound reward cards, where he basically said, hey, you know, the 18x that I was talking about, that doesn't mean it's necessarily... Ooh, twins. That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be 18x. That means that we're looking at that as kind of like the starting point. So that was good news for me, because you know how much I was like, oh, 18x, that's going to kill everything. But he did acknowledge the fact that work had to go into collecting these Soulbounds, that by the time that they're ready to unlock, there won't be much utility left in standard for the Soulbounds, and various other things that made me believe, like the 18x, like he said, he's looking at that like a base, but not necessarily what the final cost is going to end up being. So there we go. That was today's rewards. I'm still low on energy, so I haven't tried to collect anything yet. Let's go ahead here, and I don't want to accidentally have my Xbot turn on. I have it set to activate whenever I am away and end up like above 42. But I played myself down to like 30 or something like that recently, and I'm working my way up here, and I just don't want to end up falling asleep and then wasting energy. But you guys know me. I'll probably end up playing as soon as the stream's done anyway. I'll be like 11 o'clock at night, and I'll play till midnight. You know how it is. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's open some chests. So we're going to start things off. We're going to use our good old bronze account, the old Slunchy, and let's see how he's doing. So he's a good one of my buddies here, who I've known for years and years and years. I got him introduced to the game because he's a big-time Splinterlands player, or a big-time Magic the Gathering player. He really liked Splinterlands, but then once he found out it was all bots, he stopped playing pretty much. That was before the separation between Wild and Modern, so I've talked to him a few times about it, but he's not ready to come back yet, is the way I'm going to phrase it. I'm hoping after the new modern, the tech modernization and the new NPE changes, or the new old PE changes, that I'll be able to bring a few of these guys back, like bring Machine back into the fold, bring Slunchy back into the fold. But for right now, it's just kind of one of those things that they had their experience. Well, Machine wants to play again. He's just got no time. But some of these guys, like Slunchy, had his experience. He liked it, but then he got botted out, and he was like, man, I can't beat the bot, so I'm going to become the bot. So that's kind of the way that it became. All right, so his count's worth 44 bones. Let's see how he did with last season. I wonder how many chests he even accumulates every season, based on basically having almost no SPS staked. So, like I always say, bronze is basically this, you know, even when you're getting like, oh my gosh, I got a good amount of SPS, it's 0.05. The only thing that you can really hope to expect is to try and get yourself some nice, eventually, oh look, a 1.12, whoa, I'm losing my mind, is to try and get yourself like a good hit on a legendary card, or maybe an epic card or something like that. That's pretty much what I'm looking for, at least. Well, I'm not looking for that, but if I had a bronze account, that would be like the penultimate, did I say that word right? That'd be like the ultimate reward that you can pull out, would be basically getting yourself a legendary or something. Because even a big SPS hit, like I said, is like 1.12. Oh, I'm so rich now. Here we go. He's got like 30. Here's 45 chests for him. And he's gone a while without a legendary. I don't know if he got any in his like daily rewards. We'll find that out soon when we do his like season summary. I mean, for his 44 bucks, I mean, it's not like he's doing terrible, but if you were playing, I'm sure that this isn't like your ideal world that you want to live in. So we got 56 chests for the season, 56 bronze chests for the season. I guess it could be worse, you know? If you're just kind of botting with minimal SPS stake, I mean, it could be worse. Let's take a look at his seasonal summary over here. Tools, reward look, seasonal lookup. And we want Slunchy. So let's see how we did. So this is with a bronze account worth like 45 bucks, right? It was worth 45. Yeah, pretty much 45 bucks. It was 45 last season. It's still around 45 this season. So not much has changed. Let's see if we got anything. You got 26 cents in SPS. And see if he even got a single epic. Oh, he did. He got a Thane. And that was his big score, it looks like, guys. He got himself a Thane. And I guess a Ferox Defender. But I mean, in all reality, it's the Thane. The Thane is what people are going to want. The Thane is what he got. So 26 cents in SPS and a Thane. And again, hopefully these unlocks aren't going to be too bad. Because if he did come back, I'm sure he's going to want to upgrade a few of these guys. Especially the Summoners. If the Summoners are really cheap, I can see people like Slunchy here going and upgrading the summoners so he'll be able to have like a really low cost way to play the better cards. All right, let's log out of the slunch, and we're gonna check out my little botsvilles over here, starting with my worst bot. Both of mine are silver bots here. Like I always say every stream, my silver bots exist to try and get me soulbound reward cards because I need them to play with. And if it can save me a little bit of cash by getting them through botting, it's illegal right now. So, I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully, my goal, I would be happy if there were no bots even in Wild. But while there are, I guess this is what people do when they have big accounts with lots of extra cards. So, here we're looking at Scythe 3. It's got about 310 smackaroonies worth. Let's go ahead and let's see how Scythe 3 did this season. And I delegate it. Wow, I'm delegating it way too much SPS, it looks like. Because I'm delegating it some SPS for my main. And meanwhile, I'm having to buy SPS or rent SPS from other people. And I'm giving it way too much for its 12x rewards here with junky little silver chests. But anytime it gets a legendary, that's one less legendary, hopefully, that I need to buy from the market. Because like I always say, I'm a player at heart, and these just help me play. I don't care about the SPS really, aside from the fact that I have to rent it right now. And yeah, I don't like paying my DEC into SPS rentals, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I don't want to be sitting there in Diamond and Champ with like a 0.6 multiplier, right? And I'd been renting 120k, so 120,000 SPS. I bumped it up last season to 150,000 SPS. And then this season, I brought it down to only 100,000 SPS. And I want to give that a try and see, like, is the difference really so big? Because, I mean, one of them is like 7,000 DEC for me to rent. One of them, or maybe it was 8,000. One's like 7,000, 7,500 DEC for me to rent. One of them is like 6,000 or 5,500, and this one's 4,500 for the season. So I'm hoping that I found the sweet spot at 100k. Ooh, an 8.219. But I'm not really too sure where I should be with the SPS rental right now on my main. Oh, it's a legendary! It's the Musa Celine! That's the last Musa Celine I need for my main to be able to get a max Musa Celine. So come on, unlock. I need it. I need that unlock to happen sooner rather than later so I can get that Musa Celine and transfer it over to my main account. Musa! Because I swear, not having that second magic attack is so brutal when you're attacking something with Void. Like, if they've got a Void Dragon front rank or something like that, and you've got just a 3-star Musa Celine, sure, you can cleanse, I guess, and stuff like that. You can shatter, but, I mean, you're going to deal 0 damage. You really need that second attack on it. So, I'm pretty pumped to see this Musa Celine in Scythe 3. Let's hope eventually I can unlock it and send it over to my main Psilence, because I really need that one. So let's take a look at the season summary here. Season lookup. And let's look at Scythe 3. All right. So last season here, $2.13 worth of SPS. That's not bad. And we've got a Will-O-the-Wisp. We got an Evelyn. We got that Musa Celine, and oh, and a Drybone Raider too. Wow, all right. So, I mean, man, this silver account's really paid out so far. It's got the Musa, it's got the Drybone. The bone may be dry, but it's still totally usable. So, Clayboyne, if you're watching, look at this. The silver account got another Drybone, and I know you're still sitting on 1 BCX of the Drybone. So, yeah, that's something. All right. Let's go into, and it's funny, because that's probably going to be in the season more than what I get in my main account season the whole time. So let's check out Psilence 2. And we'll take a look over here at Psilence 2's account. This is my better one. Whenever I have extra cards, I send to Psilence 2 first. And then after Psilence 2 is equipped, I send it to Psilence 3. So it's worth 382. So it's worth almost 33, it's like probably 30% more than Psilence 1. It doesn't normally show those results as far as like chests though. For some reason Scythe 2 is all, or Scythe 3 is always better than Scythe 2. But let's find out. Alright, come on, baby. So what do I need? I need an Usit on my main. I need an Usit on my main. And like, if we're waiting a few months still, I mean, it's great that I opened that Musa Celine on Silence 3, but I mean, a few months from now, it's not really going to help me as much as it would if I could get that Usit right now, because I literally lost a Magic-only match. I'm sure I lost a Magic-only match because my Usit still doesn't have healing. And, ooh, there's an Evelyn. And I mean, if I don't have access to Immortalis, then Thaddeus, 29 SPS. Then Thaddeus Brood is always a nice, like, you know, a nice second choice. A Cracks a Rock. And, so my Thaddeus Brood, obviously, if it's a higher mana match, I'm going to want to play Usit. And if your Usit doesn't have heal, I mean, that's not very good, right? And that's why Matt was recently talking. You guys might know that I have a video that I made on 5 things I like and 5 things I dislike about Soulbound reward cards. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check my YouTube channel. I'm the Silence on YouTube as well. Maybe I'll leave a link or something like that if I can figure out how to do that. But I talk about Dust. And Matt brought up also a little bit about Dust as well. So it looks like, just based on how he was talking, we might see some form of Dust in the future. And if that's the case and you're able to burn like a card out of 3-1 to get whatever else you might want, I mean, I wouldn't end up in a situation when I don't have that last Musa Celine or I don't have that last Usit, right? So I think Dust is good. Again, with the caveat that that you can't just buy Dust from a store, that it still has to come from your earned Soulbound reward cards. And there we go. As was the prediction, Silence 2, being the more expensive account, did worse than Silence 3, the less expensive account. But in the end, it all comes down to the season summary. So let's see how Silence 2 did here as far as the season summary goes. All right, season summary. Let's see. So 273, marginally a little bit more. We got the Cracks a Rock. I know I'm mispronouncing him, but I'll say it that way anyway. We got the Evelyn. And we got one Noah and one Thane. All right. Well, I mean, it's something. It's something. Nothing that I'd really find I'll transfer over, except for those epics. I find the epics, I'm so far off maxing my epics versus the legendaries, which I'm actually getting kind of close on for most of the legendaries. All right. Let's get to our good friend, the Machine. And we know that we can always count on Machine to get some good drops. Like, I wonder how many gold foil legendaries he'll get this time, right? That's kind of what it comes down to. And his count's worth 4,800. So let's see what he can expect for that 4,800. He's got his gold chests here. Let's claim. And let's see how he does. Claim. Alright, so Machine's always the luckiest. And let's see how things end up this time. Wow, lots of red, okay. So it's a fire day today. So far it's fires and neutrals for him. Oh, there we go. Something different, a little bit of life. More neutrals. He really should go in and he should like combine some of his cards. He's got to be getting up to a max level Dumaki Orc by now. And once your Dumaki Orc, ooh, we were just talking about you, Dumaki. Or Dumac, however you pronounce it. And once your Dumac gets like, oh, there he is again. Retaliate on top of his Thorns, he just gets ultra power to put in the back rank during sneak matches, right? The counter to him now being, of course, Uraeus, who could poison him and kill him, right? Because Uraeus would hit him, poison him, and then Dumac Orc or Dumaki Orc dies. And also that new guy, the Fellowware, I forget, oh, 2 Cracks a Rock, nice. The Fellowware, I think his name is Fellowware something or other, one of the new cards from Rebellion that has Sneak Magic attack. That would obviously insta-kill him, which is kind of cool, but also obviously sucks if you're the one playing the Dumaki Orc. So here we go. Open these guys up. No way. Is this the first time that we're going to see a legendary-less Machine pull? I said those words out loud, which is the summoning song for a legendary. don't know if we've ever seen a time a machine doesn't pull a legendary. Today the day? No way. I refuse to believe it, machine. I refuse to believe that you're going to 23, that you're going to go a season without 21, without a legendary. This is it, guys. Did he go a season without a legendary? Let's find out. He did. Wow. Mind blown. Machine went a season without a legendary. That's just crazy. All right, well, let's check his season summary. Maybe Machine got something good throughout the season. There's no way he went a full season without any legendaries, right? No way. I think that's an impossibility. Let's find out. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Of course it's a gold foil Burix. I just looked down and I'm like, dude, what's that gold foil? It's a Burix. So, yep. Yep. Obviously. Let's see. His highlights are Cracks a Rock, gold foil Will-O-The-Wisp. Of course, it's gold foil form. And a Thane, and of course, gold foil Burix. What was his gold foil? I know he got a gold foil legendary. Was it? No, he only 4 Kulus last season. Was the season before he got more gold foil? I know that a season or 2 ago he got more gold foil. Was it Burix again? Oh, it was 3 gold foil Usits. Here I am talking about Usit and how bad I need him, and he just picks up 3 gold foil like it's nothing. All right, so yeah. So it was a gold foil Burix was his big pull. And GG, machine, GG. I knew you wouldn't turn out empty-handed. All right, so here we go. It's the moment of truth for your guy, this Psy. And I went ahead, I advanced to champion. That's going to be my new thing, is at the end of the season, I'll advance to champion. If I doesn't look like I'm going to make leaderboard in wild or modern, whichever one, I'm always like beyond the threshold, so I just advance. So here I am here. The value of my account is switch account. What is it? 10K? 11K. All right. So the value of my account's like 11.5. And let's go and let's open these bad boys up, see how I do. And I did not make leaderboard in either modern nor wild last season. And like I was telling you before, the last 2 seasons before that were my only times making leaderboard, and it was really nice because I was able to pay for that SPS delegation using the DEC I earned. Not this time, guys. Not this time. So let's claim these chests, and let's see how we do. I think I got a good amount of them. The ratio that I earned in champion chests, if you consider every champion chest 2 diamond chests, I far exceeded previous seasons using that kind of a calculation. So it's definitely worth it to me to upgrade and do champ chest versus stay low and do, what are they called? And do diamond chests. So I'm definitely enjoying having gone back to champ chests here. Oh, 1,000 merits, half a pack, 83 SPS. I hope that it pays out though. Oh, look at that. 50, 50, 50. All right, that's a lot of alchemist chests. But it looks like it's all chests for me. All potions. Potions and useless SPS. Come on. No, no one cares. No one cares. I need the legendary. I need an Usit, not gold foil. Man, stop giving me those. Oh man, why does it always have to be gold foil? That sucks. I need them in not gold foil. I'm so close in non-gold foil. It's so far in gold foil that getting 129, that getting gold foils is actually like a hindrance to me leveling up my cards. Everyone's like, yeah, I want gold foil. I'm like, no, don't give me gold foil. No! Well, I've already got you max, so it's fine. Yes, it's a legendary! Ava the Undaunted. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take Ava. I'll take Ava. That's one that I might dust. It's one that I might dust in the future if that was an option. But hey, it's still a legendary, right? So I'll take it. When I can get her to front rank attacking, I think I might use her more. But I still don't have her having close range. So maybe it'll be beneficial to me. But there's an Ava. 2 Avas, I should say, within that chest. Come on, give me one more legendary with all this hard work. Like, why am I getting 1.7? Why am I getting 1.7? Gross. And this is it. We're down to the bottom. So far, I'm not seeing a huge, like, I know it's all about the odds, but I'm not seeing a huge difference between Diamond and Champ. Just not seeing it. That really kind of sucked. All right, well, let's take a look here at the season summary, and let's see how we do. So season summary for Psilence, the main account. And we'll take a look at the SPS earned. $49 in SPS. I mean, hard to complain about 49 in SPS. And let's take a look. We got 3 Thane. We got those 2 Avas. 3 Thane, 2 Avas, 1 Musa Celine that I opened previously. A Clockwork Aid. 2 Idri. We got another Aves. We got 2 Kulu. I mean, that's a pretty good season. A lot of it came off the back of the diamond chests, though. So it'll be interesting. I'm wondering if I should push all the way into champion earlier, or if I just should still fight for that champion or for that diamond leaderboard. That's gonna be something I'll have to find out. I'll let you guys know next stream what I decide. I'm gonna give it like a week to think about that, see how close I'm getting. But like I said, right now, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. It's just the start, right? Now I got an 8-3 kind of record right now. And 1, 3, 4, 5. I'm on a 6-win streak. So we'll see how things go. We'll see how far I make it up in the leaderboard. But there we go. That's another season down the drain. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm always here to open my season rewards with you guys. I always save it up. And I'll see you guys next week. Or next stream, or next video. Until then, it's I the Psy. See you guys soon. Take care, my friends. Alright, so there we go. So we opened up our seasonal reward chests. Didn't see anything too impressive out of them, to be honest with you. Like, let me check my items. And let's see if we got anything that was usable. Owned Soulbound, Chaos Legion. Alright, so I pulled that Musa Celine. It wasn't good enough, though. I'm not close enough with I need 1 more Musa. The Kulus did nothing. The Aves did nothing. I'm sure 2 more Aves. And let's find out about that Ava, though. If I can finally get 3... No. I'm still 1 more from close range. So 1 more from all the good stuff. Except for you. I'm far off getting Reflection Shield. I need 3 more Phyrexian Hero to get that Reflection Shield, which is, like, pretty key for Phyrexian Hero with his reach being in the 2nd rank and having Reflection Shield. That's obviously boss mode, and it kind of sucks that he doesn't have it, but it is what it is. Ava, I'm 1 off of, and of course this Usit I've been 1 off of forever, and Skok really only gets good. Well, I mean, he's fine, I guess, but he gets really good when you got him at 4-star, and I'm way off of that. I've got 3 of these, but that's still not enough either to get him up there. Skok's like my only good gold foil that I have, pretty much. So I guess I got gold foil dry bone, which is why I won't even bother to put these dry bones together. But I mean, when we look at the ones I got here in gold only, like I got a 1-star, 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 got 3 of those, and then I got my 3 dry bone. But I'm not going to combine these Skoks. I'll leave them separate. Because like I said, probably in the peer-to-peer marketplace, I might end up getting rid of these gold foil Skoks. Hopefully, when we get time to unlock. So, let's get rid of those guys there. Don't talk to me about that brawl right now. Alright. So, hey you guys, it's I the Psy. And what we're going to do next here, I wanted to take a little brief interlude from my normal Splinterlands talk. Because I've been watching some great anime lately. And I just wanted to kind of like let you guys know some of the awesome shows that are out there right now. There's 3 anime and 1 like actual series that I wanted to tell you guys about. And that series is Reacher on Prime. If you guys aren't watching Reacher yet, this is such an amazing series. I just finished season 2. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 wasn't quite as good as season 1. But season 2 is also fantastic. I kind of look at it like season 1 is more like small town, and season 2 is like whole world gets involved. So they're 2 like really different things. Like one of them is like playing Splinterlands, like ranked mode, and the other one is kind of like being land on Splinterlands. So Reacher, I definitely recommend it wholeheartedly. If you got Amazon, it's definitely worth checking out. It's probably one of my favorite like live action shows that I've watched in a long time. My wife is pumped because the Vanderbilts or whatever it's called, the Vanderveelds, that live action bar show is back on. That's her big thing. But for me, I really enjoyed Reacher, and if you guys haven't seen Reacher yet, totally worth checking out. All right, but now getting into what I wanted to like let you guys know about. You guys know that I'm big into anime. I'm actually wearing, let me see, I'm actually wearing this old Akira shirt right now from way back in the day. Right? It's all ripped up and everything. You can see the holes in it because I've had this shirt for like probably 25 years at this point in time. Because I've been into anime for a long time. But one of the ones that I'm working on right now that I just finished season 1, Eminence in the Shadow. So this is one that's got 2 seasons right now. Eminence in Shadow. So this is really good. I think it's called an isekai or something like that, when you've got someone from like our world that gets teleported to a different world, and he's got like the power of a nuclear bomb basically inside of him, which is his whole thing of gaining power. And it kind of starts off a little bit like Kick-Ass. If you guys know the Mark Millar books, Kick-Ass, there's like 3 volumes of the comic, the graphic novel, which I read when they were like coming out because I'm a comic guy too, right? Really good series. He kind of starts up this organization in this other world by saving like these kind of blob type things that turn into these obviously good looking anime girls and stuff like that. And yeah, it's been really good. I watched all of season 1 in French with French subtitles because that's the only way that Amazon Prime actually has it available, is French with French subtitles. But lucky I speak French. I'm fluent in French, so I watched the whole thing French in French subtitles. I enjoyed it that much. It was totally worth it. And I might be borrowing an ID and password to watch it in another way soon, so I'll be able to watch season 2. But season 1 is on Amazon Prime, but it's at least here in Canada, it's only French with French subtitles, which is weird, but it is what it is. I really enjoyed it. It's on my list of like the 3 new anime that I've been watching recently. So check this one out, Eminence in Shadow. I think the other account it's available on is High Dive. I don't think it's available on Crunchyroll, which is one that I do use. I think it's available on High Dive for dubbed or subbed in English. That's the only way you can see it English sub is High Dive. The next one is coming out right now. It's called Solo Leveling. Let me go and make sure that I've got the right anime up. Solo Leveling anime. It's coming out right now, and it's one of those ones that to me is kind of like, I really wish that it was coming out. Oh no, I just closed the one that I wanted. Solo Leveling anime. It's one of the ones that I really wish was coming out, and they just released the whole thing all at once because it's so hard for me to just watch it 30 seconds at a time pretty much, which is what happens right now, right? Is I'm literally sitting there and watching it for 30 minutes at a time, each episode as it comes out weekly, and I just want more and I want it all now because I would totally binge watch Solo Leveling, which is a story about a weak little hunter guy basically. And then I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright strike for even showing this much, even though there's no volume or anything like that. Who knows? But anyway, it starts off as like, he's so weak, this main character here. He's known as the weakest hunter of them all. And then he solves like a riddle, becomes super powerful. And it's his story from there. So I've really been enjoying it. It's got amazing animation in it. It's got a great story so far. It's just starting to be released on Crunchyroll right now. And it's coming out like 1 episode a week. So frustrating for me to watch it. But hey, if you guys started watching it now, you'd at least be able to watch like 4 or 5 episodes in a row to kind of catch up. So there's Solo Leveling. And the last one, I literally, Frieren, Beyond. Okay. Now this last one here, I literally was watching it, and it's part of the reason why I missed the town hall. Because I was watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End, and I didn't know it was town hall today, or else I would have been watching it, or I would have been watching town hall. but the animation, the story, everything about Frieren was just fantastic. I am so hooked on it right now. I wish that I was able to stream the whole thing. But again, it's kind of coming out as one of those anime that's only showing you like an episode a week, I think. And it made it up to episode 20. I thought it was all done because the machine was like, oh yeah, it's all done. Just start watching it. And he tricked me. He lied to me. He just wanted someone else to watch Frieren so that he'd be able to talk to them about it. So I was like, no, how is this happening to me? Why have you done this to me, machine? Because now I'm stuck in the world of, I'm on episode 20. It's gotten to an amazing part on it. And now I'm like stuck. I have to wait for more to come out. So that's the last one of the anime here that I wanted to tell you guys that I'm watching right now. So, I mean, Real World, Reacher was fantastic. In Fake World, there was Eminence in the Shadow, there was Solo Leveling, and there's Frieren that I've really been into. Honorable mention is going to go to, what's it called? Attack on Titan. Because I just finished actually watching Attack on Titan. I finally finished watching it after it had Attack on Titan. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. Oh, half of Season 4. Oh, Season 4, the final chapter. Season 4, the second half of the final chapter. Season 4, like the final chapter. And now finally, you can actually see the end of Attack on Titan. And it was pretty awesome, guys. Like, I can't deny, it was amazing. So, I don't want to give too much away, but if you are looking for one that actually completes now at this point in time, you can finally watch Attack on Titan, and you'll be able to see the anime actually completed. So, yeah, it's worth watching as well, but I finished this one, I'd say 3 weeks ago or so, and it was really good. It's Attack on Titan, you've heard of it, so it's obviously fantastic. And it's obviously got really good ratings and everything too. So there you go, guys. My anime picks plus Reacher. Hope you guys liked it. A little Splinterlands interlude from what I normally do. Because hey, what can I say? I don't want to call myself an otaku, but I like anime. Have a good one. Till next time. Peace. There we go. How's it going, to Fizz? You just finished Reacher? So good, my man. It was so good. Reacher was really good. Like I said, I watched, man, that's still up there. I watched season 1, I watched season 2, and, like, I mean, man, I don't know what else you can want. I really liked season 1. And season 2, it was really cool how he kind of met up with his buddies again. I don't want to do spoilers on here in case there's people who are still going to watch it, but, both good seasons, both totally worth watching if you like action, right? If you like action, great to watch. I just happen to have this up because you might know that Aggie is talking about Arcade Colony and the fact that there's going to be airdrops that are happening with Arcade Colony if you have at least 10,000 GLX. So, I mean, I've got my 26,000 GLX that I've had for such a long time. Oh my gosh, the price is really going up on them. Good work, Ags. You're doing something here. So, yeah, like, I'm going to probably talk about that a little bit later on. I might make an independent video for that one because I'm not fully up to date and I don't want to give you guys incorrect information. But I know that based on the SPS that you have staked and based on the GLX that you have staked, both in LPs and within the game, that there's going to be airdrops of Arcade Colony tokens as well. So something else to bear in mind here, but I don't really want to touch on that too much right now because I don't have enough information. And again, I don't want to mislead you guys. But the page was up. So, hey, I'll talk a little bit about the fact that Arcade Colony, Aggie's doing good with that, with Invenium, bringing people on. I think it's called Moon Carts. Let's see if I can find it just by doing a Google search. Moon Carts Invenium. And see if we can get that to come up. Invenium. Let's see. But I don't think it's going to show Moon Carts on here yet. Yeah. So I could go ahead and I could find it in Discord. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to go and look. You know what? I will look for it really quick. Let's see if I can find it really quick if I look in the GLX Discord. Because I'll bet that they posted that here in GLX. Official announcements. It'll just be easier for me to find. Here we go. Invenium. May as well talk just quickly about it and just at least show you guys kind of like the game. So here's the Arcade Colony like I was talking about. There's Moon Carts. And it actually looks pretty good. Like, it's got really nice graphics. And if it translates well to mobile, I can see people picking this one up. Here we go. Here's what we'll watch. We'll watch this really quick. So we don't know what the full game is going to be like or anything yet, but I mean, that actually looks pretty cool. Like the graphics look good. And again, if it's something that I can play on like my Android and just like, especially if I could like rock it back and forth in order to move, I think it would be neat. And I mean, a lot of people give Eggy a hard time, right? They give him a hard time because of what happened kind of like within Splinterlands. But I mean, I hold no animosity towards him. He did at the time what he thought was best. And I mean, it's unfortunate that that things kind of went the way that they did. But I mean, I don't really hold it against him. He tried to take advantage of the bull market that was there, and then just things kind of went sideways. So it is unfortunate the way that things went down, but I mean, anytime that you can kind of add value to the ecosystem, especially since he's giving airdrops based on GLX held and airdrops based on SPS that's held and stuff like that, like, he's doing us a solid, and I definitely don't want to just like see his projects fail, which is kind of like a weird thing to wish, because if a rising tide raises all ships, let's go back to that analogy there, right? Having the success of Invenium is a success for all of our ecosystem, right? Especially if there's going to be airdrops that are based on it. We don't want to see Invenium fail. We don't want to see Arcade Colony fail. It's good for all of us if these things succeed. So I'm pumped. I don't know if it's a game that I'll necessarily play or not because I've got such limited time. The only game that I really play is Splinterlands these days. But I mean, I want to see it succeed, and I want to see them add a lot of other games to their inventory aside from just moon carts. But hey, go Aggie, do your thing, and hopefully you will show these guys that are doubters that the value of Invenium increases the value of the SPS token and enriches the entire economy. So I'm all for it. I hope it does well. Bam, let's close that off. Yay! So we actually managed to do a little quick moon carty thing. Over 300k GLX. Man, you went hard on GLX. I'm kind of gelling. I wish that I'd gotten a little bit more, but this is what was left from like my airdrop, and I never actually 300k. Holy smokes! I mean, that's a good amount then. So if I've got 26, you must have 10 times that to get to 300. So you've got like a $1,500 worth of GLX. Wow, nice work, the Fizz. Nice work. Hopefully that pays off for you in those Arcade Colony tokens. I think they're calling it Colony, right? Is it Colony that they're calling it? Whatever it is, I hope that we all benefit from it, right? I mean, I would love to see my 26,000 GLX turn to 26,000 Colony and kind of Colony have the same value as the GLX, and it's like $332, you know? That's obviously a good benefit for all of us. All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. It's our classic weekly pack opening time. So those who are with me know that I always buy credits and we open a bunch of packs, and I'm going to open up my, what do they call, my Gladius cases as well. But for now, I think that if that one card is still available, sub $7, I'm going to have no choice but to, instead of buy packs, I pick up one card before I spend the rest on packs, and it is still there. Oh man, it's so tempting. The fact that there's two at 689 here, and I'm so close. 7, 8. Wait a minute. For sale, is it 8? 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm short 3. I'm short 3 Lord Thalanor. So, I mean, I could theoretically... This was like my price target was under 7. And look at that. I've got exactly enough credits. I could press buy right now. And I could get myself all 3 of these last Lord Thalanor that I needed instead of buying packs today. So this is where, like, the big questions always arise. Do you risk it on packs? Or do you buy what you actually need? And oh, it's such a tough choice, guys, because I could really use... I feel like Lord Thalanor is one of those cards that when you're like in the mirror match and it's going and you got high mana and you're in a mirror and it's going to be Immortalis against Immortalis, I feel like having this 4th magic damage here is really, really good. Because what's going to end up happening is they'll go ahead and they'll silence you, right? Because they're going to use Goblin Psychic, right? And then that will bring you down to 3. And then they might silence you a second time using this Nalara, using Nalara Genic. I don't want owned. Using Nalara Genic. Where is he? Because Nalara Genic also has silence, right? So that would now bring it down to 2. But even doing 2 damage, that's enough to get 1 damage through Void. And otherwise, with only all the 3 attack guys, if they're silenced, really, if they're double silenced, I should say, are dealing 0, right? So it's such a tough choice. I really want to pick up these Lord Thalanors and get him to 11 when he gets the 4th damage. Because I feel like that 4th damage that's what's going to get him through those mirror matches. Plus, I mean, he's got Scavenger, which is really nice. And we all know that the first guy that you need, obviously, is you have to make room for Rune Master, right? Because Rune Master being able to do some ranged damage is more important than the magic attack because it does 3 uninhibited, right? Versus the magic attack, which I'm talking about, oh, I have 4 magic and maybe I threw a double silence, I'll be able to do 1 damage. Like, Rune Master Flora carries and Dr. Blight, because of poison, carries. But I mean, I think that the 3rd good card could end up being, where does he go? Where is he? Could end up being this Lord Thalanor. He could be like the 3rd one of the good cards in a high mana match, right? When you'd be able to use all those guys. So it's a tough call as to what I'm going to do here because they are under 7, which was kind of my target. You know what I'll do? I'll kind of meet in the middle. So I'm still opening some packs. I will buy 1 using credits. And we'll still take the risk and see if I would have been better off just going all in and just buying all the Lord Thalanors, which I think we all know is probably it's the safe bet, at least, right? It's the safe bet. So let's head over here. Let's go to other items. We'll take our other 14 credits. We'll go to Rebellion and we'll buy 2. Let's do credits. 3, 4. Oh, I can't even buy. I can only buy 3 packs using credits. I'm so close, but it is what it is, guys. I got my 20 bucks. And that's what it is. So I'm only going to be able to buy 3 Rebellion packs because I Lord Thanalor buy. And hopefully it ends up paying out. But at the same time, I could have bought 3 Lord Thalanor and done my upgrade with what I just spent on those 3 packs right there. So, yee, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Yeah, I used the credits. Thanks to Fizz for the reminder, buddy. But yeah, there we go. So I got the 3 packs, and now I've got to cross my fingers and hope that I pull out of that one, because I could have maxed my Lord Thalanor there. Let's go ahead here. Let's head to the guild as well. That's a tough call, guys. If I do bad on that one, it's a really tough call. And let's go over to the buildings, and let's go over to the store, and let's visit the store. And I've got enough for 8 Gladius cases, so that's at least something. At least we'll be able to open a bunch of Gladius cases and hopefully get something good in there. Some nice gold foils for me to dust, right? Just pretty much how I'm kind of looking at it right now is just going to dust them. All right. So I got 8, 5. Let's open 5 right off the bat. And then I'll be left with 3 and 3. And then we can kind of like slow roll it a little bit. So let's open up 5 Gladius cases. Let's see if we can make anything happen. All right. There's 1, 2 rares, 3 rares, 4 rares, 5 rares, 6 rares, 7 rares, 8 rares, 9 rares. Yikes. Just a couple rares. Captain Katie, Lisa, not even a mythic. Which, like I said, according to the Gambler's Fallacy, makes me believe, and not even a single gold foil. I don't think that you can use gold foils in this, though. It's all about bloodstones and power stones, so my odds are low. But according to the Gambler's Fallacy, that means that I should be able to get something good here. Let's do 2 to start off with. We'll do 2, so they're all like flipped down nicely in their little rows. And then we'll go back, we'll do 2 of the others, then we'll do 1 and 1. Oh, there we go. A foil Nimble Duke. That's a good one out foil. All right, so 1 rare, 2 rares. Yikes. Not looking good, guys. It's a Moxie and Rebel. I should have really gone with those Lord Thalanors so far, right? Let's just take a quick look at Nimble Duke Scout, see what it's going for, like $3 or something like that. Rebellion in gold. And we want to look at the commons. Nimble Duke, 350. Okay. So 350, and we know that the other guy's worth like $1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's about $6 out of those 2 packs. So obviously that's not what we wanted to see. Let's go over here. Let's open multiple. Let's do 2 more of these guys. And that way we're left with 1 and 1. But so far it looks like Lord Thalanor would have been the right play. It would have been the right play. 1 rare, 2 rares. Oh, man. Oh, geez. All right. So it looks like we're having a bad pack day. A real bad pack day. So what one do I want to open first? Let's open the last Gladius case, and we'll save this final Rebellion pack for last. And at least I got 1 Lord Thalanor out of it by not, like, spending everything on packs. But you never know. Maybe that last... Oh, there we go. There's a Mythic at least. And is it Korra? Trap foul away. Okay. So let's hope that we can get something good out of this. Because we got 4 packs, which is basically $12. We could have had all of our Lord Thalanors. We got 6 so far, so we did get $6 back, right? Based on the fact that we got $6 worth of cards in the last one. Call it 7. It's a Mythic. All right, so all our hopes are lying on this being a gold foil Mythic. Because I don't think that there's any Mythics that are worth more than... What's that guy? That one guy, Felidar, is worth like $4, basically. So Felidar, and we almost get back to even... Non-Felidar, and we're behind by 7, 8, 9, and we're behind by 9, 10, 11, 12. Non-Felidar, and we're behind, considering $2, by like $3, $4. Let's find out. Dolphin Ironhood. Hey, he's still a good one with his weapons training. All right. So it wasn't a total bust. Dolphin kind of got us out of that. But there we go. The Nimble Duke also actually helped quite a bit. I'm going to list Nimble Duke right now to make sure I don't forget. 358, let's list it for 355, 3.55. So all in all, the Nimble Duke kind of like got us out of this. Same with the Thalador. And I do still need Moxian Rebels. So I mean, I'm not going to try and say that pulling a Moxian Rebel isn't one of the best rares that you can do, right? And what was that other guy said we were going to look for? We just need that. And we need to go to Epic. Let's see what he's going for too. I think he's one of the best ones. $1.95, right? Okay, so we'll do for him $189, I think, is going to be how we get a good sell out of this guy and get rid of him nice and easy. So there we go. So we came close to breaking even on those 3 packs, sort of. I think we came like 9. So we got 75% of the way there. Some of those cards I'll keep. Some of them, obviously, you can tell I'm going to put some of the higher value ones up for sale. So if you're looking for them, feel free to buy them. I'd appreciate that. Until next time, it's on the side. Peace out. See you again soon. Take care, my friends. All right. So there we go. We got through our pack opening and everything. And we're probably going to move on to our main topic of the day. So let me go and do that. Let me just see. Is that it? I just want to make sure that we're there. What else do I have to talk about there? Yeah. So this could be our main topic of the day. Hey, you guys. Welcome to the stream. It's I, the Psy, and I'm here with kind of something a little special today. I've been thinking a lot about new play modes, and there were 2 new play modes that have really kind of piqued my interest and curiosity. I did go ahead and I mentioned these in Discord a few days ago. And, I mean, a Discord could sometimes be quiet. No one really mentioned anything about it. I think that Jimmy might have said, hey, they'll sound great. But aside from that, there wasn't a lot of traction. But hey, what do I know? I'm just going to make a video about it instead. And I'm going to force my opinions on you guys to watch it. Because I know you're so desperate for Splinterlands content, you'll watch anything. So here we go. One of the new play modes that I was thinking of, and this would be a pretty cool revamp, you guys probably know that we've already got Modern and Wild. Well, you do know there's Modern, there's Wild, there's Challenge. But then we got this thing here called Practice that no one ever uses. And you can sit here and I'll probably be seeking enemy for infinite amount of time. No one is ever going to go and answer this practice mode. I don't think there's even like any bots. Oh my gosh, there is a bot. Oh, okay, all right, so it's the Splinter bots are in there now for practice. Oh god, now I have to actually do this battle. Oh man. All right, fine, create battle. Let's see here. We'll do it real quick. I think that their bots are so bad in this that, I mean, they can't win anyway. So, no neutral, no heal. I'll just pop this guy in front and see what happens. He's got magic reflect. It's a 1-star. Yeah, he's just going to get magic reflect to death, hopefully, and we can move on. So, basically, practice mode is just a couple chumps that are in there, a couple Splinterlands bots. No one ever uses practice mode. Using practice mode is pretty much like the weakest thing that you can do. I mean, it's barely even practice. You can see what they're doing here. But either way, it exists. Now, in a lot of the other games that I've played, there is no real practice mode. It's just called play. And that's it. It's just called play. There's play, and then there's ranked. So what we're always doing when we click on Modern and Wild, we're playing the equivalent of ranked play, right? But what can we do with this practice mode to actually give it some value other than meeting a Splinterlands bot with a 1-star deck, pretty much, right? Which is, I guess, what they're doing right now. So they're like, hey, if you're a new player, you want to get some experience, go and practice, you'll get a bunch of 1-star battles, and that'll be that, right? So there's also talk about, since the ECR changed, and now you get, where is it, energy instead of like ECR. People are saying, oh, I don't want to buy energy. Like if you take a look, for instance, for me, I'm in champ mode, right? For me to go and buy even 1 energy, let's move it up 1, purchase energy 1, is going to cost me 500 DEC. So basically 50 cents to buy a single energy. And I don't think a lot of people are doing that, especially since, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people. I should say in bronze, people are probably doing it because it's like 1 DEC or something like that. And if you were to buy it for 1 DEC and you were to earn your 0.02 SPS, that 0.02 SPS is worth more than the 1 DEC. So, I mean, it's beneficial to buy energy in bronze, right? If you're just going to roll bronze that way, it's actually to your benefit to do so. But for most of us who are like beyond bronze, the purchasing of additional energy doesn't end up working out that well. And some of us are stuck saying something to ourselves like, hey, I'd like to play more rounds, but I'm either out of energy or I have a little bit of energy left, but I don't want to play in ranked right now. I want to break from ranked. It's maybe the end of the season and I don't want to compete anymore. I'm happy with my leaderboard spot, whatever. Or I just want a chance where I can practice, you know, maybe against other players, but not have to risk losing points because I want to try some new rebellion strategies or something like that, right? So what I was thinking as one of the new modes, we could use practice. We could convert it straight up, take away practice, and just turn into play. And we could turn Modern and Wild into ranked, right? Which would then have within ranked Modern and Wild. But what you could do with practice, which is now play, is you could even have ghost cards being able to be used, right? You could have like ghost cards. So when you go and you click on play, it can either use your cards or you could test out different types of sets. For instance, you could have a week when you're like, hey, special, this week, when you go ahead and you click on play, and it doesn't cost you any energy to play, we've got all the untamed cards there as ghost cards, and we have them up to silver level. So clicking play is going to allow you to play with all the untamed cards up to silver. It won't cost energy to use, and you can play this without having any kind of like an investment. Now, I don't know if that means that there's going to be like, hey, you can do a maximum of 10 play per day or something like that, or if it's unlimited play per day, whatever the case may be, there's a few advantages to that. For one, it just keeps people playing, right? So when you run out of energy, you're not just like, well, I'm out of energy, close down the game, don't re-enter it. You can go ahead and click play and you can still play using no energy. Another thing that'd be good about that, let's just go back to our using Untamed as our example, right? Let's say that they're like, oh, well, this week is Untamed week, and by clicking on play, you get silver level ghost cards of Untamed. Maybe you have no experience using Untamed cards, but you're like, I wonder what it would be like to play with a Yoden Zaku. Hey, Amanda. You want to say hi? Carl. I wonder what it'd be like to play with the Yonzaku. I wonder what it'd be like to try out the, like, Llama-Cron combo or something like that. I wonder what it'd be like to be able to experience all these cards I've never gotten to play with. And by doing so, it might encourage you to buy cards from the secondary market for you to actually play in ranked wild mode. So I think that that's an opportunity there. And we're not just talking Untamed. Like, we're talking that it could be like, this week is alpha week or something like that, when you can go back to the very first iteration of the game, and you can only play as alpha cards, and you could see what it's like to play in those alpha tournaments. And you can even make them gold foil if you want to, because why not? They're ghost cards. You're not earning anything from playing it. You're just getting the chance to play the game, which is what a lot of people want to do, is just play the game without using up your energy and getting to experience those game modes that you might not be able to have played previously. And this to me seems like it'd be a pretty easy thing to do, because we already have the ability to use ghost cards. We've had ghost card tournaments in the past. Like, we don't do a lot of those, which I think that we're kind of missing an opportunity not doing more ghost card tournaments, but you have the ability to enter ghost cards. So why not use that ability in a play mode to allow people to try different sets? You can even have a ghost, you can even have a play when you're like, hey, Rebellion just came out. Want to try some Rebellion cards? Here you go. Click play and you can have a week worth of Rebellion cards at Diamond level or at Champ level, Max level. So you can play with these Rebellion cards and actually see how they work, test them out. Maybe that will encourage you to buy some Rebellion packs or something like that, right? Not only that, but it's not like you have to have it active all the time. You could just be like, hey, special, it's Christmas, and over the Christmas holidays, we're going to rotate through a few sets, right? We're going to do 1 week, we'll do Alpha, 1 week we'll do Untamed, 1 week we'll do Chaos Legion, 1 week we'll do all of Modern, 1 week we'll do just Alpha, Beta, Untamed. You know, you can mix it up however you want, and you can make it so that it doesn't even have to be continuous. You can just be like, okay, well, it's going to be a special thing that the first week of every month, we'll have a special play mode where you can play and choose all of these options, like just alpha mode for the first week of the month, and then we can even disable it if we want to, or turn it back into like practice mode for the rest of the time. But just having the ability to play the game without an expenditure of energy, maybe even be able to try out some of those old sets, which for one would be just a lot of fun to play with cards that you probably may not be able to play with, and for two, might entice you to actually buy those cards if you want to play them in wild, or in the case of if you're just like, hey, this week play mode is Rebellion at Diamond and Champ level. So you can test out these Rebellion cards and you can see the ones that you like the most and you can buy those on the market, or hey, maybe you love Rebellion and you're going to buy packs now. So I think that having that as something a little bit more broad than practice, where you'll run into your, looks like 1-star bots, would actually be really beneficial to the game and would keep people like engaged beyond just like, oh, it's end of season, I don't want to play, I don't want to risk my leaderboard spot, which we all know that's all changing like soon with the NPE revamp and everything like that. But that's the reality of the world right now. And even with a revamp, I mean, what better a way than to get new players hooked than to be like, hey, new player, you want to try this game without having to have a, let's take a look, an $11,000 collection to play in Champ mode, Modern, or something like that, right? Why don't you just go ahead and click on play during our special Rebellion featured testing week, or 2 weeks, or month, or whatever they end up making it. You can play with all the ghost cards. You can see what it is that you're missing out on. Or, like I said, with the new player experience revamp, when there won't be leaderboard necessarily in the future, and you can play any kind of card that you want, as long as you have the summoner up to the proper level, you can play any level of card. I mean, why not go and test it out? You know, it's like, all right, I've always wondered, how good is it if I did have the shield on my Silverblade, whatever his name is, let's find him. How good is it if I had the shield on my Silverblade fighter? Because right now I've only got a Silverblade fighter up to 5-star. I mean, how big is the difference going to be if I get it up to having this protect? You'd be able to test that out. You'd be able to find out whether or not the cards that you want to upgrade, whether or not you enjoy the play style and the advantage that they give to bring them up. So lots of benefits to just going ahead and being able to actually go and play. Like that Avina of the Wolf that you just saw over here, this Avina of the Wolf, I would love to be able to test some Avena of the Wolf combo using heal on Grimbarden Smith, putting Grimbarden in the front and giving it heal using Avena of the Wolf. I'd love that, but right now my Avena's not strong enough, and maybe seeing the power of Avena Grimbarden would be like the last catalyst that I needed for me to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy, 206. It's gone up. There's like, these prices are really fluctuating, eh? I'm going to go and I'm going to buy the last of the Avena of the Wolf I need to bring it up to the 8-star that I need it to be. And I'm going to pull that trigger, you know? So I feel like that would be a really good play mode, something for you to do without energy. You could also go and you could put a limit on it. And by putting a limit on, if you're like, hey, you know what? You've got 20 tokens a month or something like that, or you've got 25 tokens a month, or you got 100 tokens a month that allows you to play in this play mode, not practice, but play mode we'll call it now. And every time that you do a play, it reduces your 100 further down. And when you get to 0, maybe you can buy more coins, which will allow you to play it kind of like an arcade style, right? And not only that, but if you were to do that, if you were to be like, how many play coins does the player have, right? Which there's no benefit to it other than playing, you know? And you were to get to 0, or you're going to start with like 50. This would also work nicely into a battle pass when you're like, oh, if you have the battle pass, you actually get unlimited play coins, or you get double the play coins or something like that. If you own a battle pass, then you can play mode infinite amount of times. And if you don't own a battle pass, that's great. You can still go and you can play, but you only get 100 games a month or something like that within play mode, you know? So this would also go, and this would push the battle pass by allowing you to go and play mode all you wanted. Some people might not even carry the cards. They might just be like, hey, I love this game. I'm just going to buy the battle pass because I want to be able to play in play mode, you know? So that's another way to tie battle pass into this kind of a game mode, right? I think that it would be super cool and beneficial, and I would love to play something like, hey, it's alpha at max level, time to try it out the way that the original OGs got to play, you know? Or, hey, here we go. It's untamed, and it's bronze, silver, gold, whatever the case may be, or it's all cards available and unlocked in wild at bronze or something like that, or at 3-star, 4-star, since, I mean, bronze is just a title after the NPE, right? It doesn't actually, like, lock you into a league. But I think that's a really good idea, is getting rid of practice altogether, turning it into play, making play fun with, like, maybe ghost cards, giving you an amount of credits, and then maybe having the battle pass be like, P.S., your credits are now infinite if you have a battle pass, so you can just play all you want, you know? So that's my idea on a free play kind of thing for a new game mode, which I think would be pretty cool. Game mode number 2. Now, you guys might remember back in the day, one of the things that was initially promised under the Kickstarter is boss battles. And I was always thinking to myself, okay, well, what is a way that we can incorporate boss battles at this point in time? And I know that there's already a game that's out there. I think it's called, is it called Splinter Forge? Splinter Forge. There's already Splinter Forge that already exists. So for you, those of you guys who aren't playing Splinter Forge, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's basically using a boss battle at this point in time that you can go ahead and you can battle against different, I don't even care about that, against different bosses that exist, right? And they'll all have different stats and different abilities and things that they can actually do. But what if we were to incorporate something like this into Splinterlands, and we were to find a way to also incorporate that seasonal pass? A lot of the other games that I've played, what they've actually got is they've got a guild battle section. So this could be a whole nother building, that the building could be guild battle. And within the guild battle building, you will have the boss monster that you can fight. And say you can fight it twice a day. Every day, at the beginning of the day, it resets, and you can go ahead and you can battle the guild boss 2 times. And the way that it could theoretically work is your guild battles the guild boss for the course of a season. At the end of this season, it tallies up the damage done by every single guild. There's a certain amount of, say, SPS or merits or something like that that's in the pool. And based on the amount of damage that your guild does to it, you get proportionately that amount of the reward pool. So say the reward pool is 100 and your guild does 10% of the overall damage to the boss. then at the end of the season, your guild would get 10 out of the 100 because you dealt 10%. So scaling it upwards, let's say there was 1,000 and you did 10%, you get 100. Or say there's 10,000 and you did 10%, you get 1,000, and it's all split proportionately with the amount of damage that the people do within the guild. Or you can even have it split evenly between the guild members who participated. I like it more being split based on the amount of damage that each person does within the guild, based on the amount that the guild gets. But either way, this is a way that you could also incorporate the battle pass into it and fulfill a previous obligation. So you'd be able to have your guild tavern and maybe your guild building here, based on its level, would do things like level 1, you can just battle it. Level 2, now you get the 2 energy a day to battle it. Level 3, maybe nothing happens. Level 4, plus 10 damage to the boss, you know? Level 5, maybe nothing. Level 6, another energy. And the way that you can incorporate the guild pass into this, or I should say the seasonal battle pass, could be something like, hey, if you have a seasonal battle pass, that's +1 attack against the guild boss per day. You know? Because that's the way that a lot of these things work, is that you've got the guild boss, and everything is broken down by the number of times that you can do things. For instance, I used to play Langrisser online. And when you had your pass with Langrisser online, what it would do is it would let you, you can do training instead of only doing it twice a day, you can do training 3 times a day. Instead of only being able to run this gauntlet that you fight a boss only once a day to go and fight the dragon, you can now fight it twice a day and get the loot. You know? So it does turn it a little bit more play to win, but we're already playing a kind of a play to win system. And anything that would give value to the battle pass and would make people want to purchase that battle pass, whether or not it's going to be for the guild battle boss type system, or whether or not it's going to be for you to get unlimited play mode or something like that from the battle pass, I think that both of those new play styles, play modes, whatever you want to call them, could very easily benefit from that battle pass, which is a great way to generate revenue for the team, you know? So again, just kind of do a recap. Turning practice mode into play mode and turning modern wild into ranked modes, right? Maybe there's only a certain amount of times you can do it in a month, but with a battle pass, you can do it infinite times within that month, and having different kind of like specials, like the special alpha only, or the special, hey, it's your time to try out everything to do with Rebellion at champion level so that you can max everything with ghost cards. And then you've got, of course, that other function we talked about, guild boss battles, when you'd end up having like a guild boss that you get within your guild. You have a certain amount of times that you can attack it every every day, and then that accumulated damage dealt by your guild is added up and compared to other guilds, and you get proportionate rewards based on the amount of damage that you dealt versus the amount of damage that other guilds dealt. So I think that those would be 2 cool play modes. What do you guys think? I mean, hey, I'm not saying that it's going to be actually something that happens, but if we're just like throwing out ideas here, those seem to me like 2 really cool ideas. I especially like the idea of having practice become play, and then you having like the option to play unlimited if you have like a battle pass, or even just like if they don't introduce a battle pass, being like, well, you can play 100 times a month or something like that, or say you can play it like a season's 15 days, say you can do this 30 times a season or something like that, right? So what do you guys think? Do you have any other ideas and new play modes? Like, let's talk about it. Leave me a comment in the links and be sure to like, share, subscribe. It's the Psy. Till next time. Peace. There we go. So there's another cool little thing there that I've been thinking about for a while, is just like new game modes and how we can actually incorporate those into the game. I don't know. I just feel like more is better. And it's cool that during practice now they've got like practice battle bots in there, but I mean, that's not really practice, I don't think, right? That's like, even if you got a silver deck, you're just going to crush those dudes no matter what. All right, let's get a drink here. Okay. Well, that was most of the stuff that I had to talk about for today. Like I said, it was probably going to be a short one today, but here we are. And DeFizz, thanks for showing up in the chat there, my man. Love it. Love the fact that you're here. And yeah, the free play, I think that's a good idea. So let's finish things off with our AI Splinterlands story. And the Fizz, since you're here, buddy, I will let you choose both of the battles that we're going to be doing today. Let me just type in here. Write me a 3-paragraph short battle story using characters from the Web3 NFT game Splinterlands. Oops, misspelled characters. Be sure to describe all of the special abilities, spells, and items the characters use in their duel. Have a clear winner and loser. Have a clear winner and loser. Make the winner say a funny and witty remark to the loser to rub in the fact that they won and the loser lost. All right. Have the battle be between XXX and YYY. All right. Have the battle be between these guys. All right. Agor Longtail and Kane Haste. I love it. I love it. I'm going to do Agor Longtail. I'm going to specify it between Agor Longtail, the dragon. Agor Longtail, who is a dragon, and Kane Haste. And Kane Haste, who is an undead sorcerer. I'm going to specify that. All right. All right. Ooh, dragon. Dragon. There we go. All right. Let's see who the winner of this week's AI story is going to be. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. We're ready. Here we go. Woo. I love liches, man, and he is a lich. I think so, at least. I would anticipate that he's a lich, which comes from the German word Lichgate, which is like the entrance to a cemetery. So it's pretty cool when you kind of break it down like that. All right, here we go. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting an eerie glow over the battlefield as Agor Longtail, a majestic dragon with scales shimmering like molten gold, faced off against Kane Haste, a sinister undead sorcerer with eyes glowing with dark magic. Agor's powerful wings unfurled as he unleashed a searing breath of fire, but Kane's mastery over the arcane allowed him to conjure a protective shield, deflecting the flames. The undead sorcerer retaliated with a barrage of dark spells, attempting to drain Agor's life force. However, Agor's scales proved resilient, and he shrugged off the necrotic energy. As the battle raged on, Agor Longtail seized the initiative, using his Dragon Fury ability to increase the strength of his attacks. Kane Haste, undeterred, summoned skeletal minions to aid him. Agor countered with a mighty sweep of his tail, scattering the undead minions. The dragon then brandished the Dragon Scepter, a legendary artifact that granted him access to devastating spells. With a roar, Agor cast the flames of victory, engulfing Kane in an inferno that sapped away the sorcerer's strength. In a final act of desperation, Kane Haste unleashed a forbidden spell, attempting to drain Agor's very essence. However, the dragon's resilience prevailed, and with a triumphant roar, Agor Longtail emerged victorious. As Kane lay defeated, Agor couldn't resist a witty remark. Looks like you'll need more than dark arts to defeat a dragon, my undead friend. Maybe consider a career change. I hear haunting graveyards is quite in fashion. The dragon's taunt echoed across the battlefield, a fitting end to a clash between two formidable adversaries in the Splinterlands. Let me see. I liked that one, actually. That was funny, too, when he said, maybe a career change. Haunting graveyards. I liked it. All right. And with a triumphant roar, what was the move that allowed Agor to win against Kane? All right, let's see what he says. Because I want to know what his move was that actually took out Kane. Agor Longtail's decisive move to secure victory against Kane was the casting of the legendary spell called Flames of Victory. The potent spell accessible through Agor's possession of the Dragon Scepter allowed him to unleash a devastating inferno onto his opponent. The Flames of Victory not only dealt immense damage to Kane, but also sapped away the sorcerer's strength, leaving him vulnerable and unable to withstand the dragon's subsequent attacks. With his scales aglow and the battlefield enveloped in fiery brilliance, Agor seized the opportunity to assert his dominance. The combination of Dragon Fury, his powerful physical attacks, and the strategic use of Flames of Victory proved to be too overwhelming for Kane Hayes. The undead sorcerer's dark arts were outmatched by the raw power and elemental mastery of the dragon, leading to Agor Longtail's triumphant victory in the battle within the Splinterlands. Agor say another funny and witty remark to his fallen adversary. Let's see if we can come up with another one. As Kane Haste lay defeated, Agor Longtail couldn't resist delivering one final witty remark to rub in his victory. With a sly grin, the dragon leaned in and quipped, "Well, Kane, it seems your spells were just a little too deadpan for my taste. Maybe next time, try a little bit more fire and less funeral pyre." Agor then spread his wings in a majestic display of triumph, leaving the defeated sorcerer to contemplate his defeat in the scorched remains of the battlefield within the Splinterlands. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right. So there we go, you guys. Like I said, we're going to kind of call it quits a little early this week. We did a lot of chest opening, and my main thing was I wanted to talk about those 2 new play modes, which I thought were pretty cool. Again, I would really love to know what you guys thought about those in the remarks down below, or in the comments. As you guys know, I always do like my little feature. I'll put one of those up throughout the week, and then later on, maybe next Tuesday, I'll post this full unedited stream into YouTube as well. So for those of you who don't know, the YouTube channel is The Psilence, where I kind of put these clips, and again, the long form will show up again probably at the beginning of next week at some time. So yeah, deadpan humor. Womp, womp, womp. So there you go. All right. So I guess that's the end for today. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Thanks so much. It's I the Psy. I appreciate it. I stream every Thursday between 9 and 11 EST. And yeah, hope to see you guys again back next week. Until then, it's I the Psy signing off. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you in the Splinterlands. Hopefully you don't end up like Kane Haste when you're facing me. All right, take it easy. See you next week. Peace.